Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to another week of Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Find us on our various social media sites, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel. And for live game coverage, go to flowhockey.tv. There you can sign up for monthly or season passes today. Coming into the weekend, we had a three-way tie for first with Michigan Tech, Minnesota State, and Northern Michigan with 12 points apiece. Followed closely by the Falcons, Lakers, Beavers, and Nanooks. Then Ferris State, UAH, and UAA. That looks a lot different now after a big weekend, as once again we have one team all alone on top. We'll start with a special night in Houghton at the John McGinnis Student Ice Arena, as Michigan Tech hosted a Copper County Strong game, a recognition of the many volunteers who helped in the wake of the Father's Day flood in Houghton, and a remembrance and celebration of 12-year-old Thatcher Markham, who tragically lost his life in the flood. The Huskies wore special jerseys with Thatcher on the back to honor the late cousin of senior goaltender Devin Caro. Great tradition. As for the game itself, Caro made 20 saves as Tech held on for the 2-1 win over visiting Alaska. Brian Hallinan scored in the first period before fellow freshman Tommy Peratino netted the tie-breaking, game-winning power play goal in the second. UAF freshman goalie Gustavs Griggles was outstanding with 46 saves for the Nanooks. On Saturday, Tech would complete the sweep as GAVIN GOULD scored the first three Husky goals for his second career hat trick, leading Michigan Tech to a 7-2 victory. Hallinan scored his fourth of the weekend. Alex Smith, Jake Lucchini, and Tyler Rockwell added third-period tallies. On to Sault Ste. Marie, where UP rivals Northern Michigan and Lake Superior State began their annual Capo Cup series. NMU's Troy Logan snapped a scoreless tie in the second period, but the Lakers rattled off the next four goals. Gage Terrell scored a pair, and Colin Sackerman, the top goal scorer among WCHA defensemen, netted his sixth of the season in the third period, while Nick Kossoff made 22 saves for the Lakers in the 4-2 win. The Wildcats responded Saturday with a clutch 2-1 win that was a 1-0 contest for the majority. Northern Michigan's Luke Volton scored his first goal of the season, just 2:19 into the game, a lead that remained until Loggins netted an empty netter with just 1:16 to play. Senior goaltender Ate Tolvanen was great in net with 25 saves, shutting the Lakers out until they scored their lone goal with just 12 seconds remaining. We'll finish up with the Minnesota matchup. That's Minnesota State at Bemidji State. Mark Michaelis' power play goal with 4:15 remaining in regulation snapped a 2-2 tie and gave the Mavericks a 3-2 win, rescuing Minnesota State after the Beavers had rallied from a 2-0 deficit. Parker Toomey and Josh French scored second-period goals to give the visitors their early 2-0 lead. The hometown team had enough on Saturday as Adam Brady scored 53 seconds into the game, and the Beavers never trailed en route to a 4-2 victory and series split. Freshman Nick Cardelli also scored in the opening stanza. Jay Dickman and Aaron Miller each scored in the third. Zach Driscoll made 19 saves for the hosts. Earlier in the week, Bowling Green defeated the U.S. Under-18 team, and finally, the Seawolves suffered a weekend sweep at North Dakota. So here's what the standings look like after the weekend. Michigan Tech is all alone on top with 18 points. The Mavericks and Wildcats are still tied, each earning 3 more on the road. Right behind them are the Lakers, Beavers, Falcons, Nanooks, Bulldogs, Chargers, and Seawolves. This week, Northern Michigan plays a Tuesday night game at Notre Dame, and the conference games feature Minnesota State in Sault Ste. Marie, Bemidji at Tech, Ferris State at Alaska, and Bowling Green heads down to Huntsville. As usual, we'll wrap things up with our weekly WCHA awards. First up, our forward of the week, GAVIN GOULD of Michigan Tech, who led the WCHA with 3 goals last week, recording his second career hat trick Saturday against Alaska. The junior scored the first 3 goals for Michigan Tech, including the eventual game winner in a 7-2 victory, giving the host Huskies a league sweep of the Nanooks. The defenseman of the week, his teammate, Tyler Rockwell, who led WCHA defensemen with 3 points and topped all skaters with a +4 rating. The sophomore scored his first career goal on Saturday while adding a pair of assists. Our goaltender of the week, Bemidji State's Zach Driscoll. He's the Beavers' Saturday night starter thus far and clamped down on a Minnesota State offense that entered the weekend averaging a WCHA best 4.5 goals a game, as he made 19 saves in a 4-2 Bemidji State victory. The sophomore did not allow a single 5-on-5 goal, helping the Beavers to the home win and split with the third-ranked Mavericks. Our Rookie of the Week, his teammate, Owen Sillinger, who tied for the WCHA rookie scoring lead with 2 points and paced all freshmen with a +3 rating. Sillinger helped spark a near comeback in Friday's 3-2 loss, assisting on Ethan Somoza's second-period goal as BSU rallied from 2-0 down to briefly tie the game at 2. On Saturday, in just his 12th collegiate game, Sillinger was elevated to the Beavers' top center spot and added an assist on Bemidji State's goal just 53 seconds into the contest. That'll do it for this week. Remember to visit us on our various social media sites. And for live game coverage, check out flowhockey.tv, where you can sign up for monthly or season passes today. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be back with more next week. And until then, I'm Ryan Phelps saying so long from St. Paul.